Coming up, I'll be talking about Myth, a Frozen tale coming soon to Disney+, even Hawke joining Moon Knight, and much more. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney+ news. So it's Monday, it's time to jump into some of today's Disney+ news. There's also been a few things over the weekend that I wanted to talk about. Let's talk first about Myth, a Frozen tale, which is going to be coming to Disney+ on Friday, February the 26th. This is actually a virtual reality experience that was released last year on the Oculus Rift. It has now been converted into like a 2D movie that we're going to be able to see on Disney+. It was created by the same guy that did one of the short circuits that was a VR experience, which was directed by Jeff Gibson. It takes the form of a bedtime fairy tale that completely immerses audiences in the sights and sound of Frozen 2. What starts out as an ordinary evening inside the Arendelle home transforms into an adventure where elemental spirits of air, fire, water and earth reveal themselves in a whirlwind of hand-drawn effects with animation and original music. This sounds pretty cool. I always like the idea of them coming out and finding extra content for Disney+, especially things that could be converted. For example, in this case, Oculus Rift, not a huge amount of people have got access to it. Hopefully they will release it as well on the PlayStation VR, so I could give it a go. But let me know if you're excited about this one in the comments below. Let's now move on to our next story, which is that Ethan Hawke is going to be set to play the main villain in the upcoming Disney+ series Moon Knight, which is set to start filming in Budapest in March, with Oscar Isaac playing Moon Knight. This one is pretty much unknown in terms of what character he's going to be playing. Everything is kind of coming together for this series, obviously with filming set to begin soon. I'm really excited to see where they go with this one. I really know nothing much about Moon Knight, never read one of the comic books. I only really ever played the character in some of the video games. It'll be nice to see how all this works out. And to be honest, I don't actually want to jump into any of the comic books and try and find out too much more. I want to be surprised by the series. In some Star Wars news, we now know that Kevin Kiner is going to be doing the soundtrack for the upcoming Bad Batch series, which will be coming to Disney+ later this year. He's previously worked on the Clone Wars and also the Rebels TV series, so it kind of makes sense for him to continue where that kind of series leads off and kind of connect it all together. I'm really looking forward to the Bad Batch. I did enjoy those characters when they got introduced in last year's The Clone Wars Season 7, so hopefully we'll find out more about this upcoming series soon. Hopefully it'll be around like May the 4th. That's always a nice time to drop stuff. It was also revealed over the weekend some casting news for the upcoming Doogie Howser MD reboot for Disney+ called Doogie Kameāloha MD. Deadline has reported that Kathleen Rose Perkins will be joining the series as Dr. Clara Hannon, who is Doogie's Irish mother and is also the chief of staff at the hospital. She has previously starred in episodes, while Variety is also reporting that Jeffrey Bowyer-Chapman has also joined the cast and will be playing Charles. He has previously starred in Unreal American Horror Story, also Stargate Universe. He was also one of the judges on RuPaul's Drag Race in Canada, which is actually the series I watched him in, so that's where I recognise him from. This 10-episode series is set in modern-day Hawaii and follows Doogie, who is a mixed-race 16-year-old girl who is juggling a budding medical career and life as a teenager. It's going to be played by Peyton Elizabeth Lee, who you might know from Secret Society of the Second Born Royals, and also Andy Mack. So there we go, that's all of today's Disney+ news. If you haven't already done so, we posted a number of videos over the weekend, including a brand new podcast episode with James where we talked about our thoughts of WandaVision. I also released a brand new video with Jeremy, who does all of our reviews on the website, and we're going to be doing that weekly where we talk about a classic movie. We talked about Wreck-It Ralph's sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, yesterday, and also I did a Q&A for patrons and also YouTube channel members, which is available. Always fun to do. Always like to hear your thoughts and stuff, so if you become a patron or a YouTube channel member, you can ask questions for those weekly Q&As. Well, there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.